Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Patriots. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, most people thought the Patriots' reign was over post-Tom Brady, but this team has persevered and believed in one another, and they are back in the Super Bowl yet again.
And to no one's surprise, a lot of credit has to go to their coaching staff because talent-wise, this was not the best group in AFC, but they certainly believed in one another, and now here they are on the doorstep of winning another Super Bowl for the Pats.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Patriots need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Purdy. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Ooh, the juke. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out. Didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the
Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, 14 yards. And the Patriots will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Let's face it, if you want to get... These are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident, I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Jones on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That is caught. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker, 44 yards. And the Patriots are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Now Ryland for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Throwing Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 28-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Jones. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Complete on the comebacker here to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Jones on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. He's brought down at the 34.
Pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Jones. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. And this one is right down Broadway. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A second down throw for Purdy. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jones now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. The extra point by Ryland up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Purdy's throws on target to Duvernay. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Purdy will look to throw again here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
That ball caught Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 2nd and 10. Now they run. It's Mason. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Jones. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too...
Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have got it on cruise control. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrap it. There he goes, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 127 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end in this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the action...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Patriots add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just added field goal. Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Purdy. And this one too low. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here's Jones. Dances by him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He can't get him down. Oh, able to avoid him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now Jones off the bootleg. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots extend their lead yet again. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for him today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp-Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Wow, 185 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense, but frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taking on the midfield logo. And he's loose again. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Ryland on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.